Yo, check this shit out. I'm built on simple logistics. My life has shifted to explosion-based ballistics. How many misfits fit this descriptive, explicit, fuck-filled mission to destroy all but a simple sickness? If God is a cancer, then my reality is the answer to curing myself of Christians around through chemotherapeutic incisions and plants as prayers. Sowing the seeds of fury, built with a fatal match struck set ablaze to the crop after the fact. Facts are close kin to opinion. Since reality can shift at any moment, any third person can hone it. And as the first person who holds it is the sole component that sold it. That initial fact is an opinion based on four-mind tracks because complacency is simple. Confession through that small window of void to a being that won't speak back, one-sided conversation. Being lost is kin to displacement. Especially when you're fucking a girl that loves someone different. If she gets pregnant, she'll ask for distance and use her religion as a means to perpetuate the disease. I'll break down above the ground and recite this creed, then I'm a assailant of my past self, ridden with disease. If I was fortunate enough to have Lazarus's lotto ticket, my friend would be a bit closer than a necklace or a trinket. The District of Columbus, where the hearts are the numbers. I jumped on Nimbus to hopefully find the source of this love list, but I ran out of gas, so my nail bow extended, fucking the last girl at the wrong time and falling down from too high. My words are strung together like birds of a feather, and the feather on wings. When I crawl from underground, the true form of relief. I watch my brothers with children, born with bitches, both with bitches. And it seems women nowadays are the nucleus of the sickness. Kings have fucked up for so long, the queens are now the assassins, so to kill their counterpart, they raise their joint children as bastards. Over the past year, I was close to my brother's position. Almost had a child with a mistress who was once a blissful existence until the Hollow Max formed. Now I'm on a mission to fuck until I regain that last feeling of love. Flavors are different based on the assorted. Kids beaten up for being gay and it's taken to the courts when Trayvon was shot. They refused to report it until his murderer was set free. Good deeds are ignored then. Shift and conformed. If you're fighting for Trayvon, fight to save the poor and we're all dying. I asked myself if Kenneth would be proud of me now. How I've been stuck in 2010 when he was first laid down. How if he knew his little sister was pregnant with child, if he would laugh, be angry, or just break down. If he knew my best Indian friend had collapsed on himself and my first counterpart and I are separated through hell. How I barely even tried and don't know myself. How porn is the norm that I gave myself. How every night I feel like I rape myself. How I tell myself no, then enslave myself. How being an MC is only relevant if you're Drake, or J. Cole, or Wale, Jay-Z, or J-Quan, or K-Slay. Man, I'm so depressed. I've avoided getting a 9 to 5 because I want to be a bum, too afraid to live my life. Luxury? Nah, I'm simply sick of searching. In passionate sexual moments, I strike to kill. That's probably why I feel I'm alone after my life is ill. I've laid back thinking of whiskey and cocaine, meth and heroin, slow pain and no gain. Since my regrets are that drug that keep me as another nigga, I complain about making nothing when 5-piece families barely make 4 figures. How I look in the fridge and can barely find dinner, realize the homeless can barely feel their fingers. Not having a dad isn't a baggage fad, listening to my stepmother cry cause I look like him. Then hold my tongue as she tells me that her father raped all her sisters even though he's dead. She's haunted through her sisters. How she wished she never left and she took me in when I was 5 because there's no difference in my life from 3 years ago when my mother had died. Living a lie was too terrifying if a prize, so surprised if I'm another loser in society's eyes. It's none. I guess being a man means not being emotional. Then I'm a boy in a soldier's uniform, holding a bazooka and a torture kit. Find another way to steal from others and become more fortunate. Apologies for dodging responsibility and mending bonds, but mending what's broken is like never having bonds at all. Being a preacher at so young, barely understanding God's laws, I feel like I was brainwashed to believing Christians never sin at all. I found inhalants in rehab, huffing gasoline to find a temporal escape. I'm adept at running. In fact, I'm pretty professional at loving anything, anyone, but if nothing, something. I'm a crybaby, cunt funk asshole of a bitch, and I'm as arrogant as a jock that can't see past his dick, so I guess my life now is somewhat a hit or miss, fucking bunnies and hope not to fall in love with tricks. Love. It's always another movie with Will and Jaden Smith, but at the rate I'm going, I never even begin my pursuit to happiness. Fuck. Shit. I still feel like writing.